Hey everyone, welcome to week number 4. Hope everyone had a good Halloween yesterday. Hope everyone's safe. Week 4, we're going to do some analysis on some financial statements. You'll have 2 consulting reports to do this week. You'll have one, which is a review of the health and beauty company financial results. So you'll be given some financials. You'll be asked to do some analysis on it. The second one is regarding Patagonia. Don't be afraid to Google the Patagonia um, uh, financial statements. They're quite interesting. They can help you answer a lot of questions in regards to the Patagonia case. So you have those 2 consulting reports to do, and you also have a video check-in to do. And don't forget the Excel course, which is due in week 10. The instructions on how to do it is back in week 1. You only have to do the first 2 sections of the Excel course. The other sections you'll do later on in the MBA program, but you only have to do the first 2 sections. So if you decide to work ahead in that Excel course, you find it interesting, you got extra time, just make sure you make a screen print of your certificate and also your completion progress. And keep that for yourself as well as submit it to me for your week 10 grade. So this week you have quite a few resources. You need to read chapter 8, chapter 9. And this is where we talk about what's a SMART goal and how to set up good KPIs. I give quite a few of you some feedback that your KPIs in your last consulting reports was a bit too general. So now keep this in mind. So if you want to say my KPI is net income, net profit, or sales, that's really too general. And you think, well, how's that too general? Um, well, if you're in business, you're going to either have sales or not have sales, and you're going to have profit or not have a loss. So that's more of an outcome. So what you need to do is you need to define what specific activity you want to achieve, right? For example, if you want all of your, let's say not all of your products, but eventually all of your products to be from sustainable packaging. Your packaging sustainable. It's recyclable. It's 100% recyclable to begin with. So you've got that sustainable edge. Um, First thing you want to do is set a KPI that next year, 25% of our package sales from products with sustainable packaging. Or you may do like Trader Joe's. There may be focused areas where we introduce 5 new products from this specific area. You need to be very, very, very specific. And if you think you're specific, step back, think about it a little while, and relook at it again because I'll guarantee you that the minute you get to the granular level of detail that you can manage, the better off you'll be. Let me hook my battery up here. Now, the next area that we'll talk about is the balanced scorecard. You have a couple more chapters to read, chapter 9, which starts introducing you to the balanced scorecard. Keep in mind, a balanced scorecard is a collection of your very key items, your true kind of high level KPIs to drive your business, and try to make those as predictive as KPIs as you can. That way you can see business trends. You can quickly make an adjustment. If you have too many lagging indicators, too many lagging KPIs, then you may always be looking in your rearview mirror. What do I mean by lagging KPIs? Net income. Anything that's financial that you have to look back into what happened to last month, last quarter, last year is a lagging indicator. Something that helps predict the future, specific buying patterns, you know, seasonality, those type of things are good predictive KPIs. There's some videos here on how to read a financial statement. Keep in mind there are roughly three key financial statements to any business. Everybody knows the profit and loss statement. Starts with sales, takes away your cost of goods sold, what it costs you to make or procure and sell the goods, and then it has your expenses, your selling, marketing, legal, IT, finance costs. Then that gets you down to a profit or loss. Then there's also the balance sheet. This gives you your assets, liabilities, honors, equity, that sort of thing. There's a third statement that probably 80% of the people don't give enough credit to, and that's the statement of cash flows. The statement of cash flows is critical because I know companies, and you can go back in history and look, that had great P&Ls. They made lots of money, but they didn't manage their cash very well. And what happens when you don't manage your cash very well is you go bankrupt. The minute you cannot pay your invoices or pay your employees, you go bankrupt. You close the doors. You have to reorganize. And there's a lot of profitable companies that done that. So keep in mind there's a third key financial statement that you always have to look at. All right. So now that we've kind of gone over that, so 4-1 is your consulting report for your health and beauty company. So you'll have some financial statements in there. You'll need to do some work. 4-2 is the Patagonia milestone. So make sure you take a look at that and complete it. And again, please make sure you're following APA format. It needs to have a cover page, needs to be properly cited, and have a reference sheet. Please, please, please follow that. Keep in mind when you're writing these reports, you don't have to give me a lot of detail about the company. Assume I'm the CEO and I already know the basics about the company. Focus on the grading rubric. Always focus on this grading rubric. If you don't know where to find it, it's embedded in the assignment. So please make sure you are checking each one of these off. Make sure if it's multiple items that you got it covered in the writing assignment. This is key. A lot of lost points recently in regards to that, so please focus on that. The last item is you have your video check-in, so please make sure you do your video check-in. And then if you have time, you can start the Excel accounting. Again, it's due in week 10, and you only have to do the first 2 lessons. The instructions on how to get to it is in the coaching and versus mentoring. If you need those are back in week 1. There's also a time management course. If you feel so inclined, you can do this. It will not affect your grade at all. You don't get extra credit. You don't lose points. This 4-5 is solely optional if you so desire to do it. You don't have to turn it in or anything. All right, so we're at 8 minutes 25 seconds. So I wish you guys a good week. I'll start grading the written assignments. They're quite long this week, so it will be they'll trickle in throughout the week, but I'll have them back to you latest by Sunday. Hope you guys have a great week. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out. Otherwise, take care. Cheers. Goodbye.